almost done with this fucking thing. This is the worst gas tank I've ever put in my life. This thing is unbelievable, people. Unbelievable. We're gonna look it over here in a minute. I gotta get this ground strap on here and then we're gonna check it out. But let me tell you something. If you just happen to have one of these cars that's got this particular style gas tank in it, all I can tell you is good luck. That's all I can tell you. I just put the gas tank in, a brand new gas tank. And to put this gas tank in took about, I'd say, 3.5 hours. Now, you're probably looking at me going, that's stupid. Well, when you got to deal with aftermarket shit like this gas tank, it's not stupid. Trust me. There, got the ground strap on. Everything's cool. Let me show you what's going on this thing, and you're going to agree with me that it's a fucking fiasco. All right, so we're going to kind of get the camera up here. I want everybody to look at this. This thing has got, let me get the light here. You can see all the vent tubes that come out of the body of the car itself. Then they hook up to the gas tank. And then, of course, you got your fuel lines that hook up to the gas tank. And getting this gas tank in was a real nightmare. Now, the reason is because of this right here. We're talking these fucking made in China fucking straps. The gas tank, it fit real nice. There was no problem with the gas tank. But the straps, they suck. They fucking suck. It was a miracle that we even got this thing into the vehicle itself. This is one of them vapor canister. This is like first gen vapor canister situation going on here. And it's got 4 vent lines that hook to the tank, plus your fuel lines, of course. I already said that. I'm repeating myself. And then you got one, which is the brand new one that goes all the way up to the front of the vehicle. So the tank is installed in the car. We're done. I went ahead and put all the body mounts on. Those are done. Everything is in conjunction with finishing out. And what I'm doing now is working on getting the engine all tied in and everything hooked up on that. I got the clutch already installed. I got the new wire harness installed. So we got to run that to the engine. Went ahead and hooked up the booster. We got the throttle cable hooked up and we're moving along. So, yeah. Speaking of water hose, that's what I was in the middle of doing after I got the tank on, of course. I'm going to run my water hoses. Now the owner has brand new inner fender wells. These ones here are old, cracked, and depleted. They're plastic. So I'm going to ask him if he wants me to leave those out. There's no sense putting them in if he's got brand new ones to put in there. Or he has the option, he can send them to me and I'll put them in for him. But other than that, everything's looking good and we're almost there. We're going to be starting this thing very shortly and get it running again. And then here's our vapor canister that bolts to the firewall. I'm going to go ahead and sandblast that, clean it up, make it look brand new. We might even go ahead and, well, we're not going to sandblast that, but we're going to clean that up really good. Now, I will remind you that all the bodywork is done on this vehicle, so we got to be real careful working on it. We don't want to touch it with our hands like you see up here. We don't want to get grease on it. But I think the worst of putting this thing together is actually done. Like I said, that gas tank was a real nightmare. If I would have filmed me putting that in, we'd have 12 hours of footage. So, yeah, we're just going to call it that. We had 2 flat tires. I had to go get new inner tubes. That was $48 for fucking inner tubes. $48 fucking dollars. Unbelievable. The price of things is just ridiculous these days. Just total ridiculousness.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
am actually getting ready to take the gas tank out of the fucking car. It took us almost 3 hours to get this in. I had to travel to town. I had to get some special fucking bolts for it and all this other bullshit. And then I realized that I didn't have the wire hooked up onto the fuel sending unit. And that's it right there. So now what I got to do is get back up under the car, take the fucking fuel tank out of the car, disconnect all of them fuel lines and all them fucking return lines and vapor lines and all this other shit, so I can hook that wire up and put it all back together. What a fucking bitch. Okay. So now we can get under the car and get the job done that we need to do. So I gotta reach up in here and disconnect these fucking lines. Another one right here that has to come off. And I'm hoping I can drop the tank and leave the fuel lines on it. That would be really nice if we can do that. And then I got one more over here that I got to drop. And then I think we can go ahead and take the bolts out and get this thing down on the ground. Now we got the fuel lines we got to take off. And that's where the bitch comes in. Okay. I gotta get the ground wire off. This is fucking bullshit, people. Fucking bullshit. Put this up in here. Take this off. One fucking wire. So if you look right here, you can see these are all thread bolts. Now these aftermarket Chinese piece of shit fucking straps, they don't actually fit on here like they're supposed to. Now the ones that were on here were completely rotted and rusted, or I would have kept them and used them. So I had to go to the hardware store and get these all thread bolts to use on this, and I had to wobble this bracket out. There's a speed nut that goes on here. We couldn't use that. We had to use a nut and a washer to put this all together. So I got to take all that out, drop the tank down, hook the wire up, and then put it all back together. And we're gonna take this and this, like that, along with our fucking air hose. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. And then of course to put this back on, we're gonna need a new bolt because I had to cut this one off. And I don't think this is going to thread in there. No, it's not. So you're probably looking at me saying, well, that's easy to do all that. Well, you aren't here fucking doing it, so you can't say that. I'm trying to feel it, but I can't feel it. I'm going to have to take the whole tank out of the car to actually put this fucking wire on. What a fucking bitch. Let me tell you what's going on here. I went to visit my Aunt Glory, okay, my wonderful Aunt Glory out in Denver. I was sleeping on her couch, and I woke up in the middle of the fucking night, and I gotta get another fucking, oh, son of a bitch. Different clamps, different bolts, different sizes. Shit. Fucking bitch. Fuck. Size that fucker is. I gotta burn 10 fucking sizes. I'm gonna have my whole fucking toolbox down here before you know it. Whole fucking toolbox. Ow, motherfucker! Shit! Fucking bitch! Fuck! Fucker! I was talking about my Aunt Glory. I was over at my Aunt Glory's house, minding my own business, and I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about this fucking gas tank. And then it finally hit to me. Finally hit my fucking brain. I didn't put the fucking wire on it. I didn't put the fucking wire on it that is supposed to go on it. And yeah. And this fucking clamp will not fucking come apart, bitch. You know, they used to make stuff nice. Used to make it where it lasted. Now it's like worst shit you can fucking buy. Fuck. Fuck! Fucking bitch. Fucker. Now it's the worst fucking shit that you can fucking spend your money on. It's total fucking trash. And they charge fucking outrageous prices for this shit. It's just fucking junk. Damn it, motherfucker! Shit. If it wasn't for this Chinese fucking junk, fucking job would go a lot fucking easier. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. And there you go. Right fucking there. Forgot to put the fucking wire on. Shit. That. Push it down. Make sure it's all tight. There. There's your fucking wire. And this fucking clamp here, made in China, piece of shit! Okay, the wire is on the gas tank. We got all our wires on the fucking gas tank. We will now proceed to put it in there permanently and hope it doesn't take 3 fucking hours to do so. I went ahead and bought 4 more bolts. Those cost $10 fucking, by the way, just for them 4 bolts. Not the nuts, the bolts. Car restoration. This is the real fucking deal when you're restoring a car. This is it. This is how it is. Well, we're trying to get this thing started. We got everything hooked up. We got the brand new wire harness over here. I got it temporary wire tied up. We don't have the outer fender on. We got all the vacuum stuff hooked up. I went ahead and bought a brand new regulator, brand new horn relay. And then of course here's our horn wire. Wire harness comes all the way over here and then comes through here like this. Do you want to go get another wire tie so we can tie this up? Got the alternator hooked up. We got this junction box here hooked up where those 2 wires connect for a hot lead if you need one, I guess. We got all the brand new connectors, looking good. I like that. And then we went ahead and replaced the engine harness, which is right here. So that's all replaced. Now we did not replace these 2 relays here. I don't think they're going to be bad. And if the owner wants to replace those, he could probably do that at home if they really need to be replaced. But now that we got all that wired up, and here's the old wire harnesses right here, of course, you can see them. But now that we got that wired up, we ran into a little issue, and it's my friend Pete's fault. If we look down here, in between all this mess, you can see that I forgot to hook the steering linkage up to the steering wheel. And we got 2 choices on this. We can go ahead and loosen the steering column out, drop that down so we can take it out and put this back on, or we can come over here in between all this stuff and take these 3 bolts out, let the steering box move down while Minnie the body shop girl lines this up. And if you come over here, I'll show you how this goes, because it's very important that it goes on the right way. So if you look right here, you can see where the bolt is. Do you see that? Can you see where the bolt is right there? Yes or no?
On the bottom.
Okay, you see that square notch? Well, there's another one on the other side. So you got to take this bolt right here, and then it goes in from that side in.
Got it.
So it's facing out, and then you put the nut on it to start it.
Okay.
Now, this is the tricky part. If you look right here, do you see that? There's a
Yeah.
notch. That notch has to be lined up with the bottom of this. And if you're one tooth off, it won't work. So it's,
With the bottom, with that hole, you mean?
see that right there?
I know that.
That's where the bolt rides on the shaft, on the steering column. The only way it'll fit is that has to be down here so the bolt will ride on it. Do you think you can figure this out?
Yes.
That gearbox is heavy, and look what we got.
Okay.
Look
yeah.
over here. Look, look. The lines are hooked up. We got fluid in it and all this other crap. You got to lean it on that sway bottom. There you go. Hold it right there. Come on. Keep going.
Looks like it's hitting right here.
It is, because that's loose. I don't know if it's lined up or not. Just hang on. This should be lined up right there, man. Give me that bar, please.
The little one?
The big one. Pull it out a little bit. Where's that crow's foot? Fucking bitch. Well, we gotta loosen that bolt. Got it. And that's what happens when you forget to do shit. Tell me if the wheels turn.
Yeah, the wheels are turning.
Okay. Steering wheel's perfect.
Yay! Another job completed.
Okay, now what I need to do is I'm going to double check all the wiring. I already know it's good. I got to go get some gas. We're going to put it in the tank. And then we're going to get this bitch started today. Hopefully his battery will hook up. Set it right there on the frame. Watch out. Over here, over here. So what my plan is to set it right here on the frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
To get it to start. All right, we have wired the car up. Everything's wired up and ready to start. But we have one more wire that we got to hook up. And what that wire is from the battery. It's from the battery over to the power supply on the firewall. There's a little junction here that we need to run a hot wire from the battery over. And if you look right here, this is where we're talking. This is the junction that's basically the hot wire for the whole electrical system, front and back, and it comes from the battery here. So we're going to go ahead and hook that up, and then we'll see if this thing will run. So I got some 10 or 12 gauge wire here. What we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and connect this to the battery and then over to our hot post on the firewall. So if you're wiring a car up like this, always remember that there is a hot wire on the vehicle that has to be connected to the battery. That's just how this wire system works. And then we're going to go like this right here. Put that right there. And then we'll crimp that down nice and tight, just like that. And then just temporarily, we're going to leave this wire long like that because we don't have the battery box in here yet. So we'll just go ahead and put this connection on here, just like this. I need to get me some more strippers. These ones are dull, very dull. God. Let's go ahead and cut that off and start over. I will admit, this is a thick wire, but I didn't know it was going to be this hard to get the damn casing off of it. God. Jeez. There we go. Once again, this is just temporary until we get our battery box in it, which won't be until we put our inner fender wells on, and then I'll hook that right there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this off like that. And then temporarily we're just going to put this on here. We'll put that back on there. And then we should have our power to our system so we can turn it over. And it should run. If I got the distributor where it was, it should fucking run. And yes, we now have power to the vehicle. Before we start it up though, I want to go ahead and put the shifter and the shifter cover onto the transmission so we know it's in neutral. Okay, the car was running and driving when it came in. Now I did have to take the distributor out and reset that when we restored the engine, of course, but it should start up, so let's check it out and see. So before we do anything, if you look right here, this tube coming out, that actually goes down into the bowls of the carburetor. And we're going to try to, look what's going on. So what I'm doing is I'm filling the bowls up instead of pouring gas in the carburetor itself.
How do you know when they're full?
Okay. All right, so our carburetor is now full of gas. Let me make sure our distributor is, okay, our distributor is loose. Let me snug that down just for a second because I'm going to have to turn it. And this is about where it was anyway. That's where we're looking at right there. All right, so we got a distributor hooked up, we got a coil hooked up, we got a carburetor full of gas, battery is hooked up, alternator's hooked up, everything's ready to go, so it should start. We got the car in neutral. I put the shifter back on it to make sure, and we're going to turn it over and see. Okay, so we got to have the clutch pushed in to get this thing started. So let me go ahead and do this. Pour a little gas in this. There. Okay, so we're not getting anything too. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and see if we're getting spark. Because it should have started. Let's go ahead and try this just to see what happens. Okay, so we know now that putting this in there, it should ignite the spark plugs. So we might have the coil wire hooked up backwards. Let's go ahead and turn it over again. Let's see what we got. Okay, did you see the backfire?
Yeah, I did.
That's telling me the timing's off. So let's go ahead and retard the timing like that and see what happens. Okay, we went the wrong way. Do this right here, and then put that hose. And we'll get about right there. What do you think? Let's see what happens there. Okay. now the timing's way off, so we know that's not right. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to check the distributor, see where we're at. We'll go ahead and put that back right there. Maybe it was retarded too much. Okay, it's obvious that the timing is way off, so I'm going to go ahead and check all that. If I got to pull the distributor out, we'll have to pull the distributor out and reset all the plugs and go from there. So let me get that done, and we'll be back. Getting our 71 Chevelle started, back running, and sounding good. I'm going to turn the key off. We'll get out of the car.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.